Good morning, everybody. This is Redrican88, and today is gonna be a very special video because I have people tell me how do I make my beans, rice, and chicken. Because they love it, they love it, they love it. I'm Puerto Rican, and I was born in Puerto Rico, and if you know anything about Puerto Rican food, yeah, that's some good stuff. Now today I'm gonna show you guys step by step how I cook my white rice. I don't know if I'm gonna make it white or with, you know how I'm gonna do, you know, and fried chicken and beans. So without further ado, let's go to the kitchen. So first of all, what I'm gonna do is I have beans. And I usually go to the Goya section at the grocery store. It could be any kind of beans, but my preference I use Goya with everything. If you're Spanish, you know why. You know why, because Goya is a good brand of a whole bunch of Spanish food. But anyhow, I have 3 cans of these beans. It's red. I'm gonna use red kidney beans. It already has sauce in them. It has olive oil, bell pepper, and tomatoes already all in one. Now for the beans, I decided to slow cook it because it's gonna be slow cooked for a couple hours. The beans, I find it that it's more tasteful that way to cook it in the crock pot. What I did over here is I already put the 3 cans of beans inside the crock pot and stirred it up a little bit. I actually put one of the cans of beans, I filled it up with water so it could make it more liquidy. And then what I'm gonna do next, I also like to use this cooking base from Goya. It's called sofrito. It has green peppers, onions, culantro, and garlic all at once. It's amazing taste. It's amazing in taste. So let me open this. You don't need a lot of this because this is potent. It smells real good. Let me take a spoon here. And let me just a little bit. Not a lot, folks. Make sure you stir it together and get it all in there. I know. I'm a messy. I'm a messy cooker. So I'm gonna leave it there for a couple hours. And I also like to use this Sazon Goya, which is a package of seasoning. I'm gonna use like 2 packets. You can find it at Walmart or anywhere, any grocery store, in the Goya aisle. So I already put 2 packages of Sazon Goya in there, and what I like to use for everything. Goya also has this adobo, which is all-purpose seasoning. I use it for everything, and I tell you what, this is a miracle in the bottle. This would take, if you use this for your food, for your rice, fish, beans, anything, it will add great, amazing flavor to your food. So I like to just sprinkle just a little bit. I like to smell it. I like the seasoning. And then to store it. Oh, that's gonna be so tasty. You watch, you watch. And then put the lid on. Lid here. Put it in the corner. And I'm just gonna let that cook by itself for a couple hours. And then in a couple hours we're gonna make the rice and the chicken. Now with the chicken. Now what I did here, this is I emptied out one of my sinks. I cleaned it real good before I put the chicken in. What I have here is chicken breast. Alright, I made sure they were thawed. Yeah, make sure they're thawed, not frozen. In order for the season to get in the meat, I did a little how do you call it? I didn't cut up the meat. I just did surgeons in the meat so the flavor could get in the meat real well and it would taste amazing. The season won't only get outside the meat, it will get inside the meat and it will just taste amazing. You watch. What I'm gonna do over here, I'm gonna take this Goya adobo and just sprinkle it all over. All over. Yeah. I know it seems a lot, but it's not. And then just play with it. Make sure it gets all in the insertions. And make sure you spread the seasoning real well so it won't be super tasty on one side and not the other. I guess you could say I'm playing with the meat. I know it's a combination. Anyhow. And just keep playing with the meat until it's properly seasoned all over. Don't leave meat untouched. And that's ready. Now in a separate container I put it doesn't have to be, I just found the container in the cabinet. It used to be soft spread. I put it halfway with all-purpose flour, and then in a separate bowl I use my batter. The batter is I put 3 eggs and just a little tiny, like I don't know, half a cup of milk, and I whisk it. Is that the word? Whisk it. So it'll be nice and all mixed together. And then when I'm done with this, put it here, and I'll put it in the refrigerator and until I'm ready to fry the chicken. Well, I'm using a large skillet. I mean, you could use a deep fryer if you have a deep fryer, but unfortunately, I don't have a deep fry. So I'm gonna use a large skillet. Make sure it's deep, and fill this bad boy up with oil. Well, I wouldn't say fill it, like maybe halfway, because oil, when it gets hot, it expands. And you don't want it overfill, because, yeah. Hey Guys, here I am back. After 4 hours, I took a little nap and did a couple stuff. What I did before, you see all the meat I had in the sink. I just put it in a Ziploc bag and put it in the refrigerator so it'll be a little marinated. All right. I have here. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Okay, I have the oil warming up in the stove because I'm about to fry that chicken. Alright. I have the chicken already put in my batter. Then I put it in the flour. And then I'm frying my chicken. That smells good already. Well, that's cooking over there and getting all nice and brown and ready to eat. I'm just gonna go ahead and start on my rice. Here I have already pre-measured 4 cups of white long grain. You could use short grain, medium grain too, but this is long grain enriched rice. And I'm gonna save this for later because I'm gonna tell you when to put it. You have to put it in a specific time, not now. Here I'm gonna put the same amount of rice that I had for rice water. So how much did I say it was? 4 cups of rice, and I'm gonna put here 4 cups of water. Alright, there you go. I put 4 cups of water in there. And for taste, what I like to do is put salt to the water. And you taste it later. You taste it as you taste. I mean, you put salt as shit. There's no salt in here. Fuck. Well, after you find the salt, which I find the salt, I'll put a little salt in. I also put 2 little packages of sazon, Goya sazon, for a little coloring, and it's gonna look like this. And just a tad bit of oil. I don't cook by measurements. I just cook as I go. I improvise. This is how I cook. Sometimes it turns out, sometimes it don't. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna turn the stove on to like mid-high. We want the water to boil. And then after, well, actually I'm gonna tell you. And then after it boils, then we put the rice. Only you put the rice after the water starts to boil. And after you put the rice in it and everything, when the water evaporates like you see now, well, it needs to evaporate a little more. There's a little water. I'll show you. While we wait for a couple of minutes, let me just vape on it. Tasty. Right now, as you see now, all you gotta do is lower the fire to like, I don't know, 3 maybe, and cover it up. And then cover up, and then after, shit. And make sure the smoke detector alarm don't turn off. Sorry folks, that was a little technical difficulty. I do that every time I cook. The smoke detector just goes off for no reason. No reason at all. It's not even smoky in here. But anyhow, like I said, after you put the lid on the rice, you check the rice like every 10-15 minutes. And every time you check it, you store it. And then every time you also check it, you taste it. See if the grain is soft. You do, and then you do that every like 10-minute intervals until the grain is soft. And that's when you know it's cooked. And right after the chicken's done, I will put it all in a plate and serve it all up. And yeah, if you like this video, like it, comment it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. This is Redrican88, and God bless.